what's going on right now? More states are planning on issuing some form of the stimulus check to their residents. And I have another state that's going to be issuing $500 stimulus checks to lower-income workers. So this is really good news. I will address that in just a minute. Mention will give you a little bit of update regarding the further stimulus that you'll see personally from the federal level. We are going to talk about how the White House is really crumbling at this point. Tomorrow should be interesting to see what happens. And this is really talking about the CPI reading that comes out tomorrow morning. We also want to address how Democrats need a bill. They aren't just saying that they want to build, they are saying they need to build because of the upcoming midterm elections. And then I have some daily news regarding COVID as well. Let's get right into the update for the day. First, Governor Baker of Massachusetts will actually be sending out $500 stimulus check to lower-income workers. These checks will go to 500,000 workers. 500,000 checks will be issued, which is great news. These payments will go to people making more than $12,750 a year. But you can make more than 300% of the federal poverty line per household. So to give you an idea, a single feeder with zero dependents, you can make more than $38,280. Now, couple that has 2 children, you can actually make closer to $75,000 per year. So that's a good big deal, big difference. But it should mean a lot of households will qualify. Now, this income is not based off the 2022. It's not even based off the 2021. This income is based off your 2020, the federal income tax numbers. So if you were too high, and you will not get payment now. So keep that in mind. One thing I do want to explain to you guys though, one of the things that we are saying is Democrats are arguing Congress to pass the immediate relief to American people. Democrats are saying that right now. It's not about what they want to do with what they need to do. And they're saying that they are not doing enough to help our American people and to help themselves win the midterm elections. Recently, Democratic governors have been in support of actually letting the month of mandates expire. Now, you are probably thinking, of course, they are because the COVID cases are coming down. COVID cases are starting to decline. The reports are actually indicating that right now the governors are saying they are just following the science. This is what Democratic governors has been saying for a while, is follow the science. And I'm all for following the science, but according to the recent report, the science has changed. Many Democrat governors, according to these reports, are actually removing mask mandates. Here, the reason why I even bring this up. Because this is actually what we are saying, and this is what is infrastructuring is that right now, and we don't know what's the truth. We don't know what people are doing because they really want to help them out, American people, or are they just trying to get on a good side? So we re-elected them to that position. I don't know. It's very difficult to really determine that at this time. But all the reports are indicating that out of all the states, and really the majority of the states that are going to let the mass mandates expire. Sure, they really be doing this, but they are going to do this because that is going to be the best thing for their state and their campaign. Now, one thing I can say is that to help out the state, removing the mask mandate could really help. Because many people don't go into the restaurant or stores or whatever because the store and that restaurant is requiring them to wear the mask and they will not wear mask whatsoever. I know a lot of people that do not wear the mask will not go into the store because of that one mandate. So what happens? Well, They just don't go shopping, so things could completely change. This could turn our economy around once again. So we'll see what happens there. Good to know right now, the White House is preparing for the offer CPI reading tomorrow morning. Currently, the inflation rate is at 7%. The expectation is 7.3% for January, and we will know that tomorrow morning. Now, in this report, it should give us a pretty good indication of where the Federal Reserve stands and whether we should raise rates faster than anticipated. Now, here's the thing that we need to keep in mind. If the rate raises rate faster, the stock market likely going to sell off, and the Federal Reserve doesn't care. They're not there to, hold your hand while you trade stock and potentially make money. With this company likely slowing down, right? They will most likely slow down their hiring process as well. Chances are they are going to operate very quickly over the coming months. Now, if the workers can't go back to work because there are just not enough jobs out there, this could be the beginning of the recession very soon, and that's why some people say that we need to be cautious on what we are spending money on right now, because and especially if it's monthly payment is something that's recurring that you can't cancel, and that could be devastating if you jump into something like that right now. These are things like homes, cars, especially if they are very expensive, and a home that completely fixed up that you can't add any more value to, probably not the best time to purchase things now. A car that is overpriced to begin with, but that's what experts are saying is let's be cautious with how we spend our money right now, and again, just gonna throw it out there. But if anybody is cautious about how they spend their money and everyone's hoarding money, that's what we do. Chances are we will be in recession very quickly because nobody's spending, there is no growth. Our GDP is actually declining, and 2 consecutive months of declining GDP means we are in the recession. Now let's get into some of COVID news. What we are finding out now is that the Sweden is planning on ending their mass testing. They are saying that mass testing is not proving to be worth the expensive cost, and they say, and I quote, we reached a point where the cost of irrelevance of testing is no longer justifiable, and many expect at some point this is going to be the same route that the United States takes as well sometime in the near future. Now, I don't think they are going to be just eliminate the mass testing entirely, but we could really see, testing sites go away, and we could see your free testing in certain locations. But as far as mass testing, that is probably going to be done with at some point. Some are expecting it could possibly be in the next 3 of the 6 months, and the CDC is also saying that they need to approve the kit vaccine starts very soon, but they are already telling health agencies to be prepared for deliveries by February 21st. That's, I believe, that the President Day, so that in 12 days, the CDC does plan to roll out 10 million doses in 3 different stages. Remember, these are for kids that are between ages of 6 months and 4 years old.